Hello everyone, I'm Carla. I'm here with the Norwegians of Maraton. How are you guys?
We're good. Hello.
Hi Carla, we're good.
So you are on tour along Leprous. As I remember, actually, I have seen you 2 years ago
Yes.
with the other band.
22.
22, exactly.
That's right.
So tell me, how is the tour going so far now?
The tour has been going over all expectations. It's been heartwarming to see like the feedback of the fans who's coming to see us each night. It's been really, really good, and it's the structure and everything around the tour is just perfect. So it's going smoothly. The shows are going good. Yeah. A lot of people each night, and it's really good.
I think it's a good mix of bands as well. I think we all complement each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We do.
and tonight was a sold out actually.
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, so
Really cool.
That's the second sold out show, I think. In this
Yeah.
tour. Yeah.
I think we're more
More?
actually.
Oh.
Well,
I've seen before like 2, 3 sold out.
Well, you lose track after a while, I guess.
That's what I've seen on the poster, like in December or January, I don't know.
Oh, then you're probably right.
Yeah, you
have
probably
to
know
check
more
what-
than us.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
So, your new album, Meta,
Yeah.
is a brand new album. First of all, tell me, how is the public responding on the new songs during the shows?
Yeah, we're all gonna say the same. It's just been outrageous how people have reacted to our songs.
Erected?
Reacted. It's like the reception has been really, really good. And every time we release a song, it just hits us. There's how many people are actually interested in listening to new and fresh music. Like we're just some guys from Norway making music, and suddenly each time we release a single, it's just whoa, what's happening? Like people from all over the world contact us and just want to let us know that they really, really like our music, and that is insane. It's
Oh, that's
insane.
great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
for
great.
sure.
Yeah, well, I was pretty sure that 2 years ago I saw you, but after that I checked about yourself,
Yep.
Frederick, and I have seen that, okay, you have been singing along 22 band, and I was okay, so I had to make connections. So
Yeah, well, that's right. I played there 2 years ago in Quantic. And that was,
Yeah, same venue.
That was same venue, and that was also ridiculously cool. I love Romania, and I love the people here, and I love the presence of everyone on each show we play. We're doing 2 shows here now, one in Quantic and one in
Cluj
Cluj, yeah, Cluj, yeah.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's also a place we played last time. If you remember, Ruben was with us last time as well with 22. But yeah, so now it's awesome to come with like the band Maraton, who is we have a saying in Norway that it's called Gullbarn. It's like a golden baby, like Maraton
Yeah.
for me.
It's like your main thing.
My main band, and it's always been like that.
Yeah. So actually, meta is a Greek word, let's say. So why did you choose it?
Someone told us what meta in Greek was again. What
I can't
was it?
remember.
No, me neither. You remember?
It's something about math.
About not food?
Maybe
Feta.
No. Feta, no, meta.
alpha,
Feta.
beta, feta, like that.
I can remember someone
It's
told us.
bullseye.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullseye,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Bullseye
Yeah,
when you hit,
like a target
When you
that
hit the
you
dart.
shoot at.
That's
Yeah, that's
It's used in technology or something like that.
yeah, but it sort of represents something that's about something. So if something is meta, it sort of reflects back on itself, and the album is about sort of the internal conversations you have with yourself as a person, finding out who you are, who you're supposed to be, and sort of getting to terms with what makes you you. And we figured that meta makes a good album title because it's sort of introspective and it's about itself in a way.
Yeah. So actually, the cover is very technical, digitalized. So actually, it's an album about the world we live in today. Can
Yeah.
you agree with it?
Well, in terms of that, it's an album about the who we are, And I guess that sort of is a reflection of the world we live in today as well. So I guess you're right about that. And the cover sort of represents sort of like the microchip if the brain is the brain of a computer. So it's a sort of play on that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was referring about technology nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's your opinion about technology nowadays? It is good or not?
In general, in terms of music, or
In general, for us as humans and into music.
oh, well, that's a complicated question to answer.
It is.
But,
It's a huge question.
I think it's sort of a paradox because it ties us closer together and it sort of also makes us more distant.
Yep.
Right? We're always on the phone talking to other people on the other side of the world, and you're not really acknowledging people in the room, right? It's sort of that's the archetypical answer, I guess, but I think that's very much true for us as well. Yeah. So.
Same as he said.
Yeah. It's good and it's bad.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous and beautiful thing.
Yep.
Yeah, in a way it's good, but
Yeah.
on the other side, let's not be invaded by robots, which we are kind of.
I guess we are in a way.
Yeah, we are already.
Yeah. I don't think technology is inherently bad. Just
No.
how do you use it? How do you apply it? What do you use
Depends
it
in which way.
for? Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Of course. Kind of like cyborgs already with our phones. We're much smarter than we was like without the phones. So
Yeah,
it helps
and
us.
dumber as well. So.
And dumber as well, yeah. So kind of helps us.
Yeah.
And yeah.
How would you describe your musical style? Progressive, rock, indie rock, electronic, how?
We had a lot of questions about the genre of Maraton, and if you would say like if you would ask me 2-3 years ago, I couldn't answer that. It's really difficult to put like a label on the music as it is, because it's kind of new and refreshing and something for itself in the same way that maybe Leprous does, and 22 and other Aiming for Enrique and other Norwegian bands. But I've seen like a genre label that's been coming more and more lately, and it's the New Nordic Modern Prog. That was it, right?
New Nordic progressive music.
Progressive music. That was right. Yeah, I've seen it a lot online. People describing our music with that label, so it's awesome. That genre.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's really on the point.
Yeah, because for example, some people are calling Leprous music as something to pop.
Well, they have pop songs.
But
They also have super progressive songs. They have heavy metal songs. I think it's good for a band to have sort of lots of different voices
Yep.
within it. Different expressions of
And
sound
elements.
and yeah.
a wide spectrum of genres, and like
Yeah.
that was made. That is what makes it so interesting to listen to. And when you don't, you can listen to it because you discover new things all the time. And especially with Leprous, yeah.
Yeah. Are there any differences between 22 and Maraton?
There's a lot of differences.
As general or members?
Members at least. And,
Yeah, Fredrik is the only sort of main member
yeah.
in both bands. But I think 22 and Maraton have a lot in common because I think we come from a lot of the same inspirations. I know that the main songwriter in 22 sort of grew up on a lot of the same music as I did, for example. So we have sort of a lot of the same inspirations, and I think that's sort of a common ground. But yeah, I think we have we're similar in some good ways and dissimilar in some other good ways.
Yeah. So for me, it's two completely different bands.
Yeah.
Like the feeling of the songs, like how it's made, and but still, as you said, this is like when you grow up with the same type of inspiration and the same type of wanting to make that kind of interesting music. But being with the band now for 2 years, it's completely different from Maraton.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the record of 22 and Meta, you'll just see that there's similarities. I'm just agreeing with you, Steven.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
think
doing.
22's music is more technical.
Yeah.
It's more like
More complex.
advanced. Well, yeah, Maraton's music is actually quite easy. You just hide it behind some fancy drumming and stuff, but it's actually quite simple stuff. So I think that's a big difference. If people even hear that, I don't know.
No.
But yeah, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
Nope.
No. But is 22 still active?
Kinda, yes and no, but we'll see what the future brings. Yeah.
So you are now focusing on Maraton
Of
at the
course,
moment.
of course, all the time. I've done that since I started in 22. Marathon has always been my main focus, and I've been working with that like every day, every single day, and that's what I started doing 10 years ago with Marathon, and that's what I'll do 10 years from now. Work every day. It's what I want, and it's what the music I like. I love 22, and I've been a fangirl. I almost said a fanboy for many years.
Bordering on fangirl.
Yeah, but still, this just I've dedicated so much time in this project and in this band, and I believe in it like with all my body and soul. So this is what I want to do for the rest of my life if I can, and if I'm privileged enough.
That's good.
Yeah.
Tell me, if you can, your 5 favorite progressive bands, even if are metal or rock or indie rock, whatever.
You can do one each.
Yeah, so we're 4 here now for Marathon. We've been,
If you want to.
Yeah, some Magnus.
Which one?
Alright, I'll start with Opeth. That's been an important band for me
That's good.
for many years.
How about you?
It's not really a progressive band in terms of the classic style, but I think Death Grips is probably one of the few bands around that's sort of pushing things and making something that's completely different, and it's, in my opinion, the only real dangerous band live today.
Oh, like to say like really progressive. I'll say I listen a lot to Mars Volta, same as Seaman.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, they're
great,
great.
great progressive band.
Or they used to be great.
They used to be
They
great.
gave up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my pick if I had to. Like if I have to. Oh, you?
Not maybe it's not maybe a classical progressive band, but I guess they're like more progressive than most other bands. Is Mr. Bungle,
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
which is like one of the first songs I learned on bass was a Mr. Bungle song. Stayed with me forever, and now they're actually reunion. They are having a reunion, which is pretty cool.
Oh.
So yeah, that's my band.
Anyone a fan of Dream Theater?
I used to be. Like I think everyone is. Like I don't know if you have,
No,
but
never.
I would.
That would be Frank, the
Frank.
drummer's pick.
Yeah,
who was here.
he will pick
He's
Dream
the one
Theater.
missing here, but he would pick Dream Theater.
Yeah, he loves
every
that
day,
band.
every day. Like
Yeah.
that's one of his greatest inspiration, I think. Mike Portnoy and Dream Theater, and for me as well. When I was 16, 14 to 16, it was just like, yeah, Dream Theater. I listened to everything, went to the concerts, but after a while, it's just got. There's more interesting music out there, for me at least. But I like them. I respect what they do, really. But yeah, like I've seen them live enough, and I've heard enough. But there's so much music out there to explore.
Yeah.
So and there's so much that gives me more than Dream Theater these days, at least. And yeah, but of course, Dream Theaters are pioneers in what they do.
You want a fun fact? Mike Portnoy is listening to Marathon.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we they're
We can't tell you how we know, but we know.
yeah, but we know. Yeah,
Hope to be true at least.
Yes, we know.
Yeah, well, actually, Dream Theater is said to be known one of the, let's say, progressive, let's say, metal bands.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And there are others like Porcupine
yeah.
Yeah.
Porcupine Tree is awesome.
or Queensryche, probably, which I agree with them to be progressive. And there is the UK's band Threshold, if you know about them.
I heard
which,
of
I've
them.
heard of them. Yeah.
which
Never
same,
heard
they
of
are kind of progressive, and
Yeah.
they have some, even the old albums are quite nice and sounds really progressive. So yeah, but I agree more on Dream Theater, probably, what
Yeah.
is nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean on metal progressive,
Mm-hmm.
but on, do you have like classic bands?
Any classic bands that we listen to? Of course.
Yeah, like progressive classic
Give it.
prog.
Well, I grew up listening to Yes and Genesis.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
I guess
Those are the classics.
those are quite classic.
Yeah, I have one. It's probably a deep cut, but it's a band called Carmen, which is a
I heard about it.
yeah, it's a flamenco prog band, and they have like flamenco dancers with those stepping shoes on, It's one of my favorite bands of all time. I think they're one of the first band to use distorted bass.
Oh,
Like really well. Super ahead of their time.
yeah. Like for me, my father was like he always showed me some new kind of music, so I have to pick like a Norwegian progressive band. Like it's called Jennifer Green. It's one of like the first progressive bands from Norway, and they made an album called Friendship, and that's what I just really started off listening to. And the vocalist is just all over the place, and the band also kind of look. They were great. You should check them out one day.
I will for sure.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I was never really into prog. I guess it's like I just.
You don't really like this.
No.
You don't like what they're playing.
I grew up on like Deep Purple and Rainbow and all that
Oh.
stuff, and then.
Well, those are kind of progressive,
Yeah.
hard
In
rock,
their time.
heavy.
Yeah, but it's more. Yeah, I think of it more as
Classic rock.
classic
Yeah.
rock style. But yeah. So,
Well, I can say I grew up on Megadeth, Pantera, Ozzy, Dream Theater,
Yeah.
Metallica, this band.
Yeah,
So yeah, kind of.
that was great there. Them as well, I guess.
So let's think about the next tour. What bands would you like to tour next time?
I think a great fit would be a tour with Agent Fresco. Agent Fresco is really great. They're fantastic people, and their music is kind of similar to ours, or at least it's just like in the same segment with popish vocals and great musicians. They're great people as well, so
Yeah.
I would love to go on tour with them again.
Yeah, you
And-
toured with them last time.
Yeah. So I'm kind of.
You know them.
I know them, but still, I think their music is awesome, really. What else?
I think Mew,
Mew,
the
of
Danish
course.
band Mew, one of
Have you
our
heard of them?
most favorite bands.
Yeah, I heard.
They're fantastic. I think that would be a good fit. I think they're just two of the original members left or something.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But I think that would be great. Similar guitar sound and stuff. So
And why not say Muse? Let's think big, boys.
yeah, Muse.
Muse.
Oh, yeah.
Biffy Clyro,
Biffy Clyro, yeah.
I think would be a good fit.
And
Leprous again, of course.
Yeah,
We love them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's one more band. Oh, they got the song Amsterdam. No, I can't. Nothing But Thieves. Nothing But Thieves. That's a great band. The vocalist there is really inspiring to me. I love his voice. I love what he's making. Like each album is just like. So it would be interesting to do that next, but they're kind of up there. So
Yeah.
well, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never
Someday
know.
somebody listens to our music and says, "Hey, I want to go on tour with those guys." So
Speaking of Muse, I actually could hear some big influences
Yep.
when you played live. So what some of the songs that were like a copycat of Muse? And I was okay.
Oh, whoa. I wouldn't say copycat, but
But I think there's
Well, close, but let's say yeah.
there's some songs that certainly you know you can sort of I guess you can sort of boil down all of Maraton's inspirations into probably 10 different bands or something. We pick and choose from all of them if you want to be a bit cynical about it. I think certainly Seismic is a song that's very Muse inspired or
Yes.
sort of comes from that world. Because especially because our old bass player he was the biggest Muse fan in the world.
Yep.
And he even opened for Muse with his old band and stuff. So I think that's particularly a song that's very sort of inspired by that sound.
yeah.
Yeah.
And why not? Muse is great.
Or yeah,
Yep. They're awesome.
it used to be at least.
It used to be, yeah.
It's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of Muse or their music, just
Like the old
maybe a few songs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not to get deep into their music.
No.
I-
Matt Bellamy is a great vocalist, though. He
Yeah, they're
sings-
great musicians
yeah.
and seem like great guys.
Yeah.
They've changed their style a bit during the last few years, to say the least.
Bit drastical, yes.
Their
Because
first few albums are great. So.
but also, do you like Placebo?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're great. Of course.
yeah, good. I used to listen to them back in the day when I had MTV2, if you can remember that.
The classic, yeah.
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 Which now MTV it's trashed.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of them.
But you know, MTV2 is sort of that introduced me to Radiohead, Queens of the Stone Age, Tool, all that stuff. They was amazing back in
Oh.
like 1999 or something.
Yep.
No, used to be really extreme metal concerts
yeah.
broadcasting.
And now
It was great.
And
now
now
it's
it-
Jersey Shore or something like that.
No, I have MTV Rock and it's not rock
Oh.
actually. It's nothing. It's trash music.
Seriously.
Yeah, you expect to see, let's say, maybe Guns N' Roses, at least Iron Maiden, no.
Yeah.
All, nothing, but it means rock. And so, yeah, let's say MTV. RIP.
Yeah, RIP, yeah. 'Cause I haven't watched
I think
MTV
that-
for many years.
No.
MTV has been on live support for 15 years in my opinion.
Now you got
Yeah.
YouTube and stuff like that. Why do you need MTV? If you want to listen to any music, just
Yeah.
there you go,
Yeah.
smart
But-
TV up.
What was cooler when you had Beavis and Butthead?
It was. Came home from
And Daria.
school, put
Yeah.
on MTV2 or MTV, and just like, yeah, it was actually good
No, I was
music videos.
4 or 5 when MTV was still good, and I could watch Beavis and Butthead, for example. And after a few years, from 2003-4, it was
Stop.
it become trash.
Yeah.
So, are you thinking about a new album? Did you start to write new materials?
Yes,
Of course, we're thinking about it.
thinking
all
about it
the
and
time.
doing something about it as well.
Yes.
So we started writing some new songs. It's coming along slowly but surely. You know, it'll take the time it takes to make it, but I think we just started, so we're writing songs on the bus. We have made a few demos already, so yeah, hopefully we're gonna start working full time on the album after the tour,
Yes. It's a priority.
Yeah.
To say them.
and it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
We hope.
And maybe a new tour will be up too.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course,
we have
well,
to.
when you release an album, it's really important to just go out on the road, especially like this tour. It was this tour we got like a year after we released the album, almost. Yeah, we released it 26th of April last year, and this was like it was now or never to go on tour for a meta. I felt so. It was really important for us to just spread the music out there right now, and after the next album, we're gonna do a tour much sooner with the release.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense to us.
yes, we're just planning carefully now each step and just making music. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. And as a last question, do you have anything else to add?
Well, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
It was.
Same here,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
here.
Yeah. No, we just really want people to check us out. Just go to our Instagram and Facebook, and if you haven't listened to Meta yet, please do, and give us some feedback online. We'd love to have feedback, and we answer every fan request we get or anything. So, yeah, just check it out. Check out our music.
Yeah.
See if it's something for you.
Well, thank you for your time. It was my pleasure. And
was our
hope to
pleasure
see
was
you
ours.
soon again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hope so.